Some think people can change, while others think that no one can change no matter how much they want to. I'm living proof that everyone changes whether they realize it or not, and you can always tell this by one constant item, and mine being a t-shirt my father gave me. My name is Jerica. I was born in Hampton, Virginia on a military base, and this is because my father is a U.S. Navy SEAL. Well, my parents split up when I was only a year and a half old, and my mom moved back to Texas, bringing me with her. My father, of course, was stationed in Virginia, so he had to stay there, and he would come and visit on holidays. When coming, he would always have his military uniforms and mostly the tan t-shirts that they give you, and my sister and I would always wear these. Well, it kind of sprouted this tradition, and all we wanted to do when we saw him was wear his t-shirts. Well, as I got older, I realized I wanted one of my own that used to be his. And so when I was about 9, I asked to have one of his bar t-shirts. And it was already kind of run down a bit at the time, and now it's definitely like you can't tell what it even used to say. But it just seemed so cool as a kid, and I don't know why, but I just saw this t-shirt and I just wanted it. At the time that I got this t-shirt, it ended up symbolizing a lot for me. At the time that my dad gave it to me, he had just found out this really deep-rooted family secret that my mom had been hiding from him, and it started this massive family feud and this custody battle. Well, in the custody battle, you see a lot of terrible things about your parents, and it just really made me lose all sense of innocence that I had at that age. And I guess that t-shirt was just a big symbol of that for me. And that was just the first of many symbols that were to come with this t-shirt. Throughout this custody battle, like I said, seeing terrible things and hearing terrible things about your parents you didn't know that your parents could even have. You think your parents are your heroes, and then you hear these things. That t-shirt was my strength through all of that. And I ended up being able to use that t-shirt as strength to tell my mom the problems that I thought we were having at home and how I wanted to go live with my father in Virginia. It ended up being a lot harder than I thought. When I moved to Virginia, I went from going to a small town public school to a slightly larger private school. The curriculum was higher. I didn't know anyone. It was halfway across the country. I couldn't see my family, and it was really hard. But I had that t-shirt throughout the whole time, and it somehow got me through all of that. I made friends. We'd pass secret notes in class, and it really helped. Well, while things were good, my dad ended up being gone a lot for work, and I was stuck a lot with my stepmom. And my stepmom was really biased more towards her children and letting them get away with things and doing less chores and giving them homework answers. And I was given harder chores that took a long time, and I'd be up late doing homework because I needed help and she wouldn't help me. And it was a struggle, but because of this simple gray t-shirt, I made it through 2 Christmases with her crazy self. And by that second Christmas, I came to Texas and I visited my mom and my sisters. While visiting them, I ended up moving back down here, and it was hard because I wasn't going to the same school I went to before moving to Virginia. I was going to a new school, so starting all over again, new curriculum, not knowing anyone, and all while going through puberty, which by far was the worst part. And that t-shirt just kind of was the only thing I had as a reminder of what was in Virginia or what was before Virginia. And I actually grew really depressed. I was young, but it was hard going through all of that at such a young age, and I didn't really know what was going on until I moved to a new school and again started all over through the whole process. But by this time, I realized because of this t-shirt that I could reach new opportunities, I can make friends, and I learn new hobbies, new things about myself I didn't know were possible. And this t-shirt is just a representation of growth for me. It has been there through terrible breakups and amazing glow-ups. It's been there through thick and thin, quite literally. And I couldn't be anywhere without the t-shirt that has letters of what once was. And that's who I am, and that's what that shirt means to me.